So it's the next week, and we of course are going to go fishing. But first, I'm gonna try something new. We're gonna get some live bait out of this pond, which you saw in a video a couple videos ago. I put some minnows in it, and well, they weren't minnows, they were like rice licks or something. But we're gonna go try and get us some with this bread, and we're gonna grab us some. So here is the pond. There is a minnow trap in it. And you can see there is a bunch of stuff out there. There went a frog. You're gonna watch a feeding frenzy happen right in front of you. Most of the fish are out to the left, but I'm gonna grab this minnow trap. So there was a couple minnows in the trap. They weren't minnows, they're like rice sticks or something. I'm just calling them minnows, as I always call them. And we just put those in there. So if you want to see how fast they eat a piece of bread, here's one piece right there. We're gonna throw it out there. Just watch them eat it like a bunch of piranhas. It is early morning. They normally do this at night, so they're not ready for it. But there they go. They normally eat it way faster.
I've never guessed.
Go. Gotta get the truck in the water for it to be a good fishing trip. So the river is about like it was last week. If you watch that video, it is pretty windy and the sun's out, but it's not as cold. I am wearing a t-shirt. I'm not wearing my hunting coat this time, so I think it should be a pretty good day. So we just got here to our first location. I did not put any stink bait on my pole this time because the current is very swift. You look behind me, you can see it's rolling. So I put this big rice lick on there. I think he might be a little bit too big, but I don't really care. We're gonna catch us a big monster catfish with him. My pole is right there. It's that orange one right there. And we're waiting to see if we can catch us anything. So I just missed me a catfish on, I put out a rod for some stink bait, It's that red pole right there. I missed the fish on it. And also my orange rod with my rice slick on it. Something's been bullying my rice slick. It's gone like this a couple times, but just super fast. I guess the rice slick's getting scared, but the rice slick is still on it because I noticed it goes down, up and down a bunch. So we're gonna see if we can catch us a catfish. Well, I thought my grandpa missed that real small catfish right there, but it was so small that it wasn't even tugging on his pole when it was all the way out there. But there we go, there's our first catfish of the day. So that was the only fish that we caught in that location, so we're moving spots. I don't know where we're gonna go, but we're gonna try and catch us some catfish. There we go. He's a little bit too big. He's about perfect though. If he was any bigger, we would throw him back. Well, there goes my weight. So we did not catch that fish because it was messed up on the body or something. It had sores. And while we were trying to get it off the hook, my grandpa missed him a flathead on that orange pole that I did have. But I got me 2 poles with stink bait on them because I was tired of not catching anything. But it paid off because I did catch that fish on that pole that I got. But it wasn't good enough to keep. Oh yeah. We're gonna be able to eat him. Good. Catfish right there, boys. Woo! Here we go. We're gonna drag them around the boat and then pop them up in there. Here we go. Caught us that catfish. Oh, here comes this big fish right here. Man, I think that's bigger than one I caught last week. I'm trying to. I did not.
Got it now.
Yep. Well, that's fine. As long as it's not wrapped around the hook, but I think it is. That sucker's smaller than the one last week. Looked like it was bigger. Let's see here. This limber pole is not gonna.
What are you doing, James? You get off?
This is.
That bigger get off? Catch the line, didn't you?
Yep. Well, oh, this dumb sucker is back on there. That's how you do it, Paul.
Yeah.
Here, move that pole.
Hey, pick him up from up over.
It's not gonna be on there very good. Man, special tactic fishing out there, boys. So as you can see in that video, it was pretty crazy. It was an okay sized catfish. I brought him all the way to the boat and then I lost it. He cut the line. But thankful thing is I had a secondary pole right there and I wrapped up the catfish on that pole and I hooked that catfish with both my poles. So after I lost it on that one pole, I caught the catfish. But the catfish had something wrong with it, so we threw it back and we're gonna catch us some more catfish.
pick it up and then I know it's gonna break.
I think he's good to eat.
Now you got a clean fish.
And we have to fish for another 10 minutes.
Huh?
And we have to fish for another 10 minutes. That's the rule.
Where at?
Right here or somewhere else. That's the rule, Paul.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, what's this on the side?
It's where a hook got him.
No, it ain't.
He's bleeding. Put some more water in there.
No. What do you want? More bait? For what?
I catch catfish, Paul.
I'm gonna tear my pole up. Catching them whales. I knew there was a bigger way to take off.
I'm not throwing it out there. I'm throwing it right there.
No bait. It's got bait on it. Don't let out a bunch of line. Let it come back to you. Get on bait.
So that fish, we're gonna keep them, but it might have one of those weird parasite things in them. So we're gonna check right before we leave, and if it does, we'll throw all of the fish back in. But if we kept those other two fish, but they were messed up, so we threw them back, we would have a mess of catfish. So I think today was very successful. We are still catfishing. We're gonna see what we can catch. So that last fish that we caught had a worm in it, so we did not keep it. So we threw that fish back into the water, and then we threw those two smaller fish back into the water. So we're not gonna have a catch, clean, cook in this episode, but make sure to like and subscribe, because I gave y'all a new fishing tactic to use, and make sure to use that tactic because you never know when you're gonna lose that monster catfish. So I did not get that last fish we caught on video, but landing the fish was caught on video. I don't think I pressed the button good enough when I was reeling the fish in. It's hard to do because you grab the pole and then you have to keep it tight, turn it on, and then you have to press it down. I thought I did that, but obviously I did not do that right. But I did land that fish, so that is pretty good.